Hello and happy Friday. Welcome to Ramblings with Rebecca. I'm kind of tempted to make this particular episode file it under the ridiculousness with Rebecca, instead of the Ramblings with Rebecca, but we're gonna go ahead and make it a Ramblings. I'll see how it goes. Hang in there with me. Skype etiquette, video conference etiquette, telephone etiquette, whatever. Yes, completely different. We're celebrating the fact that it's Friday and we haven't really had a theme to ramblings in the last several weeks anyway, so what the heck. Skype etiquette. Here we go. I was Skyping, explicitly Skyping, but this is, calls and video conferencing and whatnot in general. Skyping with a mate last night. And we got into some questions, about etiquette on Skype. And she's like, hey, you should do that for ramblings. And we both laughed. And I was like, yeah, we're laughing. I'll totally do it. So here we go. I think that generally, as a society, we have good understandings of the way stuff goes down in in-person meetings. We know kind of the setup for going into a classroom and behaving ourselves in a classroom. We know how to do it in an office. We know how to do it in a bar, and those rules are slightly different if we're like in a bar or a pub with friends versus with coworkers versus our boss, right? Like certainly we have, certain individuals have different boundaries or whatever, and, we may not always agree or whatever, but for the most part, there is like a societal understanding of the proper forms of behavior in those settings. There's a question though, have we really as a society come up with etiquette around video conferencing and telephone and those kind of things? Or like is technology somehow moving faster, right, than really like society is reflecting on how it is appropriate, proper, to engage with these. So there are some sides of like legal etiquette. If we actually I did a little bit of research. I'm not supposed to research for these ramblings. They're just supposed to ramble away. But I was intrigued. So actually, if you Google Skype etiquette, you'll come to a formal official page on Skype's website. That it's under the legal. So it gets into some fairly serious issues of Skype etiquette. I'm personally going to focus here more on some of the potentially funny bits, / 10-year-old body humor. But so Skype has on its page things like don't use vulgar language, don't exploit a minor in any way, don't use racially insensitive language, those kind of things, which aren't necessarily specific to Skype, I would say, right? We don't do those in meetings or in in-person meetings. Things either. I'll post the link to this page afterwards because there's serious issues, but some of them are kind of funnily stated. But then things specific to video conferencing. For example, I live by myself. Okay, this is gonna be like TMI for the internet, whatever. I don't close the toilet door all the time, right? Because why would I? Like, it doesn't matter. When I'm on the Skype or Google Plus Hangouts or whatever, it feels kind of weird to not. Because, someone's in the house. But my computer's not, if I leave my computer here with someone on Skype, and I mute the microphone, the computer's not magically going to levitate over towards my toilet door, right? But it still feels kind of strange. Do you have to mute your mic? How do you excuse yourself to go to the toilet? We know how to do it when we're in a meeting. What does it look like when we're on Skype? When we're one-on-one with a friend versus when we're, in a big group meeting, right? Do you interrupt someone to say, hey, I'm leaving now to go to the toilet? Do you just walk away and then, someone's asking you a question in the group meeting and you're not there? Close. Is it cool to, if you're just on a video or a voice call, be in your pajamas with your boss? Is that weird? Why would that be weird? If you're doing only waist up, or at your desk, what all are you wearing? These are all potentially funny issues, but I think we also don't really talk about them or have, a societal agreement around them. Because why? On one level, why would we talk about them? But how else do norms get developed, right? So I don't know, what is etiquette around clothes and toilet going in video conferencing? Do you have any suggestions or ideas? Do give a holler, and forgive the rather ridiculous nature of this ramblings. but it's potentially a serious question.